Once filled with filth, now filled with history, one of the country's most notorious yet historic homes is on the market.
Grey Gardens can be yours for a cool $18 million. Rosanna Scotto takes us for a tour.
We are at no ordinary house. This home has been the subject of a movie, documentary, and a Broadway play. This is Grey Gardens. The home in East Hampton, made famous by the aunt and first cousin of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. The mother and daughter, best known as Big and Little Edie, lived in filth. In 1976, a documentary about the women was released to wide critical acclaim. Big Edie died in 1977, and Little Edie sold the house in 1979 to journalist Sally Quinn and her husband Ben Bradley.
I bravely walked into the house, and Little Edie was standing at the door, and she looked at me, and I said, "This is the most beautiful house I've ever seen." And she did this little pirouette in the hall, and she said, "It's yours."
So today I'm meeting the corporate agent who's listing the house. Michael Schultz?
Rosanna Scotto. Welcome to Grey Gardens.
Yes, will you show me around? How old is this house?
The house was built in 1897. It's well over 100 years of age.
Everything's still pretty much original, like the banister and the wood paneling.
Yes.
When did Sally Quinn purchase the house?
In 1979.
And it was in what kind of shape?
It was a wreck. She paid $220,000 for the house, but spent in excess of 3 times that amount just to renovate it.
She really didn't take anything down, right? She
wanted it the way it was, right down to the furniture and the drapes.
How many bedrooms are here?
There are 9 bedrooms, 7.5 baths. You're on 1.7 acres, and you're very, very close to the beach. In fact, there are ocean views from a variety of the rooms upstairs.
Formal gardens outside?
Oh, absolutely. Famous formal gardens. Little Grey Gardens by the Sea was coined by the original owner of the house, Mary Gilman Hill.
And what about the pool?
Sally put in the pool, and Sally put in the tennis courts.
So, Michael, I love this. The books, some of the original books are here. The Strategy of Terror. I mean, this is a cloth book. I mean, some of these are signed. They're from the early 1900s.
Yeah, I think the oldest one we found was from 1903. That would be some of the original owners were the Phillips and then the Hills, and then the Beals, who were Jackie's aunt and cousin, purchased the house in the mid-20s, I believe 1924.
I mean, there's so much history everywhere you look here that we have photographers who are shooting these old books. I mean, just that particular artifact.
Yeah, there was a recent article in the Paris Review about the books in this very house. This is the original kitchen. Those cupboards on that side are original to the house.
I like the fact that there's like a little, living room. Because really cooking now is like theater. You want people to be part of the process, you know?
Well, this is the way Sally chose to decorate it. I would say that today's buyer actually might put in an island here, a kitchen island.
It's a nice big kitchen. Show me where the Edies actually slept.
They slept and lived in this bedroom.
So with 9 bedrooms here, they both lived here.
They shared this room on these 2 twin beds, yes.
Obviously, it's a lot nicer than it was then, because I saw pictures, I mean, they were hoarders.
They lived in complete squalor, and in fact, this house was condemned by the board.
I busted old head. Come in again. I saw in the documentary, not only did the 2 of them live here, they had cats, raccoons.
They ate here, too. I think they even cooked it up here, too. But they basically ate in this room and slept in this room with Jackie Kennedy, who gave them some money to kind of fix it up a little bit.
So the backyard is very unique.
Yeah.
Because it really blends old and new, right? I mean, the Grey Gardens and then a modern pool that they put in basically in the 70s.
Yeah, that's correct.
The actual Grey Gardens is this way?
Yeah, these are the Spanish stucco walls, and the garden is just behind here.
Is it still a formal garden?
Yeah, it is.
Even today?
You can't really see it because it's not in bloom. It will be in another few weeks.
I feel like we're opening a door to the past.
This was the gardens. It's a pergola with a stucco bench. You can see this is original stucco.
From the 1890s.
Yeah.
It's like 6 degrees of separation, this house, because the Beals were related to Jackie Bouvier's family, Jackie Kennedy's family.
That's correct.
And then Sally Quinn marries the late Ben Bradley, and he's good friends with JFK.
That's it. Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
When you walk in Grey Gardens, you kind of feel the history here.
Well, the history has a lot to do with the house and the gardens. And when you look at kind of a lot of the houses these days, they're so manicured, it's mostly just lawn, okay? And this is kind of the opposite. It almost has kind of a casual, kind of overgrown quality to it. From a pure real estate perspective, you know, it's really an old beach house.
What do you hope the new owner brings to Grey Gardens? I know that this has got to be a little emotional, like a child that you're seeing grow up.
Well, I hope that whoever buys the house will cherish it the way we did, and who will enjoy it and have a happy time there.
What a
Fascinating
classic.
story. It's the time of year you need your Hamptons house.
Yeah.
Who knows? I won't be on